I replaced my Christmas garb with my winter white because it's the downstroke now. The lead up to Christmas is like the um 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and then 26th, still kind of 27th, you're still kind of Christmassy. As it gets to be the 28th, it's more, time to slide towards New Year's and thinking about that kind of stuff. Oh, but there's one thing. Now, I told you I have Christmas everything. Do I have Christmas everything? Christmas sticky notes, okay? And I've had these things forever because, I use what? Two a year? I've had them for like forever. And that's why I say my Christmas stuff comes with me. My Christmas stuff comes with me. When I pack it away this time, I'm going to be, packing it away, but I will have it with me that will not go into storage because I have stuff that's 10, 15 years old. As old as I've been out here, and that stuff's not going to get lost. Um, that's the important stuff. Yeah, some of the other stuff I can, let go to storage, but there are certain things that will be me with me, and that will be my Christmas stuff. I'm gonna pack it really well. I'm gonna throw away a lot of that junky stuff because, like I said, when I put it away this time, it's not gonna be just to shove it in a closet because I won't need it till a year later. I'm gonna be taking it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna consolidate some of that stuff, just throw it away, some of that, junk. And I got some new Christmas cards today, because everything's on sale. And because everything's on sale, so I'm not even gonna open those. I'm just gonna put those away. I'm gonna recycle some of the old ones. And oh, and I almost forgot. I talked to my son, before Christmas. That was my Christmas present. And I talked to my grandkids. They were saying hi grandma, I think that's what they were saying. My son put me on the speakerphone. My daughter-in-law wasn't there. She was somewhere with some of her friends, and like I said, they just are settling down. They just moved. I mean, it's in the paper. It's not any big secret now, but they are just settling down and everything. And like I said, he, really, came through for me for Christmas. And I also got to talk to my best friend. Got to talk to Pat, and she's she's, what did we think ever? Did we ever think that we would still be changing careers and moving and finishing books and crazy stuff going on? We thought we'd be, just grandmas or something somewhere, I guess. Um, Let me see what. Oh, I day in the life, the character, day in the life of me. Oh, what I was talking about in about the second book was that my character, my nightclub lady and her officer, in the first draft, he was stationed in Paris. He was actually stationed in Paris. He was a um sort of a, nepotism, some general's nephew or something, literally, something like that. And a rich, handsome officer, in Paris. Come on, give a little boy the key to the, candy shop. So he just, and I think uh, his interest in her at first is just basically a curiosity. He just, this is the prize, everybody in Paris wants, and nobody can, seem to get her, and she's just, I think it says something like despite an affair, or something like that, or, something crazy like that, that she, her reputation was quite intact or something like that. I can't remember exactly how it went. Anyway, so in the first draft, he's in Paris with her. And even though I think I had the club just being open Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, something like that, because of course it wouldn't be open the regular hours it would be because it's a war on. And um, And I think I had them kind of being together Tuesday night, Wednesday night, something like that, Sunday night, something. I don't remember exactly how I had them meeting, but they were in the same city. So he could kind of keep an eye on what she was doing, and and it wasn't a secret. See, that's where I changed. That's where I changed it. Um, in the North African version, it was a complete um, secret. It was a complete secret. Um, the second draft, when he's in when they're in Europe, when he's stationed in Paris, everybody knows. I mean, I think the line went, yeah, but or it's in the new book, but I think the line went something like, yeah, well, everybody knows, but nobody knows, kind of thing. And I think that was part of my character's strategy, to be seen as um, kind of, you know, she's sleeping with this guy, kind of character, kind of fallen sort of woman. But like I said before, she's in the resistance also. So it's more or less like that. Now, this version, they're not anywhere near each other. It wasn't any way for me to fix that. And plus I didn't and what my characters, like I was saying before, with my characters in the first, actually the second draft of the book, um living to so close together, being in such close area, to actually being that close together, um made them take longer to figure out, their feelings. It took them longer because they were around each other, more. And he was right. She might see him, get a glimpse of him in the car. He might, come to the club and, watch her show, if he's bringing some gentleman, with him, or to smooth up to some, high ranking, come see the best show in Paris, kind of thing. Um, and with her, I think she, she's doing it. I'm trying to think. She's not really. It's just a physical thing with her. He basically, it's one of those things where, yeah, I know what he is, but he gets me going. That's it. That's more or less, what it is on her part. Now he is more or less, haha. She's been telling all you fellas no. Oh well, she told me yes. That kind of thing. Now the new version, they're far away. She's in Paris and he's in the East. So they're just like with I don't I should am I going to have no, no, no. I don't know if I should um I don't want to write their letters. I don't want to get into that. And she doesn't keep a journal, but I don't want to first of all, that wouldn't be very safe, because what I started to say was one of the vehicles for them being so far um, away from each other that they would write each other, but that would not be safe at all. That would not be safe at all. There's no telling how, especially an officer like him, um, there'd be any excuse to, get their hands on something like that. So they wouldn't, number one, they wouldn't chance that. And number two, I think it was number two, I didn't want to write the letters, you know. Um, in autumn, I had to write a letter like I was a man. I just tried to think, what a man would, what a man would say. And of course, it was shorter than a letter a woman would write. Not so much descriptions of stuff, but basically, getting to the point. Um, so I didn't want to do that. And I think using their letter writing back and forth, and her kind of falling in love with this, person that she's, corresponding to, even and then when she finds out who he really is. um it was an easy I don't know. I think it was an easy um transition into how she would immediately feel about him, even when she finds out who he is, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And it was a easy um vehicle to use that. I think, yeah, and like I said, it's hard for them to meet. He just can't go bouncing off. And also too, I'm going to concentrate basically the Paris stuff. I am definitely going to concentrate it around her. I don't really want to write any of his um, stuff where he is. A little bit, maybe, but once again, I want to, like I said before, what one of the mistakes that I thought that I did with the character in the first draft of it was that I had him too nice. Even the second version, he's kind of a little more dangerous, but he's not. Um, you still kind of get that playboy, you know, little playboy vibe off him. You don't um but it's still a little something tense about him. Something. Okay, we don't really want to trust this. Um, the present one, the one I'm going with now, there's a dangerousness about him, and it is entwined also with his sexuality, and a lot of it, their chemistry. Yeah, it's just chemistry. It's just they're just you know both sides of the coin. You can't have your sadist has to have a masochist. And a lot of and that's one of the really complex parts of her character, is that she really is sort of insecure in a way, because even though she's this big cabaret star, and she gets a dressing room full of yellow roses every night because they're her favorite, and she's got the wars going on, but she has new gowns and furs, and just all this is going on. But well, first, the poor thing is scared to death. I mean, she's in the resistance, and she's, oh my god, and she's got so much, at stake. And she has her little girl she has hidden away, and then she has, her, like I said, her lovers, children are, in her care likewise, because they're at, the camp. And she just has all this, and it's I don't know. It's like a release she gets from when he's doing whatever he's gonna do. I haven't figured out exactly, because like I said, I don't write a lot of sex, blow by blow sex scenes. They talk about it. It's intimate, intimated. I think I don't know what word I'm trying to use. Um, Suggested. Let's put it that way. That they're going off to do whatever, or whatever, um, that kind of thing. And I don't do those blow by blow every other page, somebody's, getting laid. I don't do that kind of writing. Number one, that turns people off. You just, sneak it in there once in a while, a little line or a little sentence or something, just stick something in there, have them talking about it, or, the next morning stuff is really sexier than the actual sex scenes, because, well, especially in this um In Autumn, the after they had sex is when she kind of tells him why she had, been pushing him off so long, is because she didn't want him to think she was a whore. She'd only been with one other man ever, but she wasn't sure what they did was okay. And she was, and she was that's why she was gonna, and in a way, it was going to be consummating their relationship because they couldn't get married or nothing. But so, and that's when and then that's when they done got up and they're eating breakfast and all this stuff, and that's when Max says to my um hero, when you gonna tell her? When, okay, now you gotta tell her, you've slept with her, now now you have to tell her. It's later as we find out who you are, but he's, and it kind of make the little bounce back after the sex. And like this one, um he takes her away. He's kind of in, they're in a little beach house, and he's kind of being really gentlemanly and being, just the guy she met in Switzerland. And then he freaks on her. I mean, he just he just freaks, completely freaks out on her, and she likes it. And the next morning, I think the way I had kind of have the scene is she gets up before him, and she's like maybe drinking coffee or something, yeah, coffee on the little back porch or something, and he comes out, and she's just really ashamed to even to face him, and she's like, what the devil is wrong with me? And so not only, that not only is he, and I thought, I was kind of worried at first, because okay, that is so, that's so, that's a stereotype, okay, that's that he would be sadistic. But um um think about what he's doing, think about the situation he's in. um and as far as she's concerned, it's another one of those things. He's so high up, he can do whatever he wants, and more or less, because he knows things about everybody. He's one of, he's one of those kind of, people. And he has a little record on everybody, has a little card on everybody. He's got stuff going on. And so it's pretty much, there's one scene, it's one in my head, it's not in the book yet, but she Mark oh, what's that her name, my female character is dancing, and the show's going on, and these two officers are sitting in the back of the club, and one of them goes, wow, like, hey, I don't care what they do to me, I like to hit that, and his friends tell him, oh, no, 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 you don't mess with that, and the other guy's like, what, I heard she likes white meat or something gross like that, I made him say something really gross. And the other guy goes, yeah, but there's a stamp on that behind. You don't go near that. Let me tell you something, buddy. The last guy that you know presented his card is wearing a parka and shoveling snow. You know, or brushing up on his Russian. So it's kind of that kind of protective like barrier is around her, just like in Autumn, her man's wealth and position, and that kind of thing is her, it's the barrier around her, so she's allowed to do certain things. It's the same thing with my the character in the new book. She has a certain ring of like protection around her, and but the main thing that she wants protected is she is the main thing she has to keep a secret, and I don't know. Well, I'll talk about that in the next one because I don't have time. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write it down, and then I'll tell you what it is in the first part of the next one.